After the carnage of the reenactment battle turned bloodshed, my family and I stood in the tavern watching injured and dying people all around us. To think, one moment a festival, the next, a bloody war. And while I tried to gather my thoughts for once, of course Ollie went and made a scene. Lyndon and I have been hiding one of our identities at all times, and living the same life at school because magic is frowned upon when not controlled or subjugated. And Ollie, in all his infinite wisdom, doesn't think for a second before using his innate magic to outright heal Junie on full display of everyone. True healing magic hasn't been seen in 300 years. Religions have risen and fallen on the backs of less. So of course, the miracle child immediately becomes a savior to the people of Vogler. They get on their knees and begged for him, prayed to him. I couldn't stand it. So I ran upstairs, and after a few calming words from Lyndon, I put it out of my mind. Yes, I've brutally murdered 3 people now, but Ollie is still the golden child, as always, so nothing is really that new. Goose offered a good distraction at the very least, in the form of a harebrained scheme. He truly is brilliant sometimes, using his flair and trickery to get all of the information out of the hostage Becklin caught and detained during the attack. Seems as though Grigornis, the ogre we fought, had procured a whole lot of steel to pay the mercenaries to attack and take over Vogler. There is apparently a camp out west where this particular scumbag Goose interrogated was told to meet with the other mercenaries when the job was done. And so, just like that, our family was asked once again to put our lives on the line for this town. A town that has always looked down on us for being elven. A town that shunned our family and our farm's produce when the Gerber family snapped their fingers. Sure, I cut off their daughter's ponytail at school while Lyndon held her down, but she deserved it. Besides, she's likely flunked out of school now anyway. Made some pact with a demonic force for her magic, if those black flames that came out of her necklace were any indication. It certainly wasn't something she learnt from the Tower of High Sorcery. For Lyndon and I, there was no question. We would do this favour, to gain ourselves some more reputation. The rest took their time to vote, and Goose seemed awfully distracted by Cassandra's family, asking us to help him break in. It's not like we wouldn't help, but he wasn't making any sense. Needless to say, he left in the night to go at it alone anyway, and crawled back in the window the next morning with glass in his ankle and blood everywhere. Junie was furious, as per usual. And so the Hartman siblings, I'm never saying that again, took off west to investigate the camp. Oh, but not before Ollie broadcasted all over the sky with a spell that Lyndon has been taking months to learn. I reiterate the fact that Lyndon and I have been sharing an identity for our and our family's safety. I used to think Ollie was trying to ruin everything from the moment he was born, but now I realize he's too naive for that. However, his magic and his newfound ability to transform into a giant wolf may actually come in handy, since the camp we investigated is being patrolled by more of those face-stealing dragon-like kin we faced off with not but 3 nights ago. Not to mention the hundreds of tents beyond them, potentially full of thousands more. What have we gotten ourselves into now?